Alright everyone, Shikai Hogan here, reporting for the trial. So, it's been like a month since, well, about a month since the last device trial. Yeah, I try to make this more often, but might be changed in the future, but yeah. Welcome back to device trial. It's been a while and I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm there is up and downs recently, but kinda doing alright so far. So yeah, I hope you guys doing well as well. So yeah, I don't know how to open up this, but today we are back to device trial after quite a bit, and this honestly I've been wanting to talk quite a while now, cause it's basically a controller that just outright an upgrade from its previous version. Like, oh my god, it became so good, and I cannot say much. It's just like I've been waiting for this for so long. I didn't even know I wanted it, and I still want it. And especially after trying out the Ultimate 2C with the D-pad being so good, I was hoping that it's gonna be really good. So yeah, here we are. So you know what, let's just not waste too much time. Let's go into the table, shall we? Give me a second. I hope I pressed the right button. There it is. This is the 8BitDo Pro 2. Well, yes, I'm talking about the one on the top, but that's not what we're going to talk about. This is what we're going to talk about today, the 8BitDo Pro 3. So, yeah, as you can see, it's pretty much the same controller, but it's really different at the same time. Well, aside from the fact that you can already see it down here on the left, but what I'm trying to say is that what I really like about this controller at the first glance when they show it, like, they keep the same basic shape, and I love it. Like, look, if I just put it just right, like so maybe, you wouldn't even really tell a difference. Like, oh yeah, this is 8BitDo Pro 3. No, it's not, it's Pro 2. You'll see the difference in a bit. But let's talk about the main stuff first, because obviously that's what we're to talk about here. Obviously we have the box, and I already have the controller out alongside the dock here. So what do you get from this? Let's pull that off for now so you guys can see. Is obviously you get the controller and the dock already placed side by. I think it was placed directly on top of each other immediately when you first get it, and oh my god, if not, it's gonna be in a separate, but not that far. But yeah, so this came by default alongside your purchase for everything. So in the box you got the controller, you got the dock, and I'll just open it to show you how it opens. You slide it off and you have this white box. I'm gonna put that to the side for now. And you actually have to pull this up. It's gonna be taped at first, so you have to open it up to untape it a little bit. It's small tape just to secure it, you know? Yeah. As you can see from the placement here, it's immediately with the dock together, and right underneath the controller we have the accessories box as well, which I'll show you what's inside after this. And yes, by the way, they have a special cutout to make sure your dock and your controller is not going to move enough. Like, this is actually glued, by the way. Yes, there is the PE packaging. The joystick is actually protected with this small foam. And yes, there is this which says there is no need to take the adapter out because yes, this is actually placed underneath there, which you'll see what it is all about in a bit. And of course we have the instruction manual. This time around, instead of being a map, it's actually a book. And this is much more comfortable to deal with compared to the map style instruction manual, because like the map style like just open up so wide just to see like, oh yeah, I just need this language, for example like English. Now there is different language immediately here, though they don't really say which one is which language from the looks of it from here, because like, yeah, I mean, yeah, like you can tell the Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, and maybe the other here as well. But then if you want to guess which one is English, I kind of have to show you. There is 3 different English name tags here. Like we have the Pro 3 Bluetooth gamepad, Pro 3 Bluetooth joystick, and controller Bluetooth Pro 3. Which one is it? But then again, once you open it, you can immediately see like, oh yeah, there is English. But then you don't know which one is actually which unless you know the actual language. Maybe region-wise they will have a different name, but I want to see what about that controller Bluetooth Pro 3? Why is it like that? Oh, that's Manet Bluetooth Pro 3. Yeah. But then again, the English is kind of obvious. So controller Bluetooth Pro 3 is for Italian. Because it is in Italiano. Okay. What about the other one? The Pro 3 Bluetooth joystick. That's Korean. Pro 3 Bluetooth joystick is for Deutsch. For Dutch. Yeah, maybe in the future they should add like actual language name on the side. Like, is it that more expensive if you print extra letter in this? It's probably not, but this sometimes can be confusing for some people. Because like, which one is the actual language, right? But yeah, anyway, it's book style, so I'm really appreciative if you already see the layout of the button. Everything is being laid out here. The way you connect to Windows, Switch, and Android, and it also has turbo function. The L4, R4, or PLPR buttons, and some battery guidance here and there, and some safety warnings, ultimate software, etc. etc. Pretty good stuff. I'm going to put this on the outside for now. Let's see, where do I put this stuff? I'll just put it on the floor for now. So, as I mentioned earlier, there is also the accessories box inside, which, if you pull it out, you get these 2 balls and obviously the USB-C cable, color coded the same as the controller, which you can see back here. Which I haven't touched it because, like, again, if you already have so much USB-C device, you only really need 1 or 2 cable to use everything, which is really nice. But hey, if you want to make sure it's timed correctly, here you go. So anyway, that's not it, because we also have more accessories at the bottom here. But for now, let's talk about what we have on the top. We have the controller itself. It's already connected to my phone. Let me turn it off real quick. Because yeah, it's automatically turned on once the pin is disengaged. So we have your usual face button, and as you can see compared to the picture that I have, the placement of the button is actually flipped already, which I'll show you what it's all about. So first impression, button felt really good. I mean, it's still membrane, I think. I'm not sure, because I know for sure this one is actually using membrane. But yeah, it should be membrane. Felt pretty good. D-pad. Now D-pad is actually a huge change because like this is actually using the same D-pad as the Ultima 2C. Felt really good. I mean, the D-pad isn't that bad before, but doing diagonal on this felt really weird. Like it just misinput a lot for some reason sometimes. Like it has a small pivot that still affected, and apparently some reviewer actually pointed out, I think it was Retro Game Corps, this D-pad actually rubs on the edges. So this actually rubs. This actually get a little bit spacing, so it doesn't rub anymore, and the movement is actually much more tighter here. So I feel like that. I mean, then again, I already praised the D-pad on the Ultimate 2C. Obviously, I will praise it again because it's such a good D-pad. Because we finally have a third-party controller that actually know how to make D-pad. And then we have obviously start and select button, which is just rubber button. Oh, it turns on the damn thing again. And yes, it's still connected to my phone via Switch. And yeah, it's rubber button, has the star and the 8BitDo logo button, which is small micro switches. We have what else here? The analog stick tension felt very good. It's actually quite tense. But is it that much different than this? No, tension is actually pretty much similar. I just realized because I've used it for quite a bit and I just doing it side by side now, and yeah, they're actually pretty similar to each other. Yeah. But I think it's a little more tension on this. This is actually potentiometer based. This is the one before they actually go for Hall effect on the Pro 2, because later on they reversed the Pro 2 to have a Hall effect joystick. This actually is TMR, if I'm not wrong. Is it TMR? Let me check the feature real quick. But yeah, remember, this is actually already using TMR, so it's a much more efficient energy-wise compared to Hall effect. So yeah, this is basically pretty nice. Movement really nice. Also has the metal ring to protect the joystick. And since we are right on the joystick currently, this actually can be pulled off. Ooh, okay. Both of them can be pulled off, as you can see. And you can switch it with these balls. Like so. Got to press it quite a bit so it goes all the way in. Which is really interesting because like this is the only extra accessories that you get for the joystick. So you only can switch it with this ball, which is, it's kind of nice, but it does add some extra wake on top, so it does a little bit of snapback. Not bad. I don't think I noticed there is any actual snapback, but we'll see later. But for the most part, if you want extra hey, this is actually nice for accuracy. So if you play FPS games, this might actually work, but it's pretty high, which, yeah, it is what it is. I still prefer the normal one. I kinda wish they have an option for this joystick to have like a longer or a shorter shaft, so you can adjust the height like some actual pro controller, more high-end one. But I do hope they sell that down the line as an extra accessories. That would be really great. So now let's just go back with this. It's such a neat little party trick, and honestly, this might be functional. Some people like it, some people hate it because like, well, it's, you know, glossy plastic, so it can be slippery when you get sweaty. But that's fine, because you must be going. For me, it's fine because mostly I'm going to use this button for the bumper. This is exactly the same in terms of size, but I think they improve on the placement of the pivot now. A bit more hollow in this case on the Pro 2, but has a better pivot point, in my opinion. Not that it's not that it's bad to begin with. It's already pretty good, even back on Pro 2. But as you can see, it's practically the same structure. Like, it's the same size for this button. The trigger is also the same. They really managed to keep it almost the same on everywhere. Hell, they just literally added this 2-button cramp right here, which is this is the fast bumper. If we talk about the fast bumper before on Ultima 2C, which is a bit down here, this one is right beside it. Kind of similar on how they set up the trigger for the 8BitDo Micro. Trigger is exactly the same. So tension, since this is new, I guess it felt better. But we do have another party trick on the trigger. But before that, I need to say something that is actually kind of a downside to all these features being added, is because the older version actually much more superior, simply because it has the replaceable battery. So when the battery is dead, just pull it off, put a new one, and you're good to go again. And yes, they have an 8BitDo brand rechargeable battery. And you can actually use normal battery, AA battery, because I actually happen to have this AA battery for some reason. It's exactly the same, so you can just use your normal AA battery if you don't like rechargeables. But honestly, who doesn't like rechargeable buttons? Rechargeable battery in their controller, right? But you know what? I think that sacrifice actually kind of justified in this case, because now they can add more features, like again these 2 smaller buttons right here, and now we do have a trigger stop. In fact, this is actually not just a stop. This is actually switching it to digital mode instead of analog. And what you do is just slide it, pretty easy, and it becomes normal button. But if I play it too intense, sometimes I actually hit the too hard and it just snapped to the middle. I don't know if that's actually a common issue, but it happens a few times when I play mobile game that's actually PvP. Not FPS, by the way. I'm talking about like action game. So that's pretty nice. The back button is still the same, so they do have this as an option. I don't use it anymore, but in the future maybe I'll put it on something. So it's pretty nice. I mostly use it with this digital button because, like, again, I use it on mobile on Switch mode, so it doesn't have analog trigger on Switch mode. But now we go back to the top. The button on the Pro 2 is actually set up in a Nintendo layout like A, B, Y, X. But for some reason, you'll see something's wrong with mine, right? Why is it the A is here and the B is here, X here and Y is here, as if like this is an Xbox layout? Well, my friend, that's a good time for us to go into the bottom of this dock, right here. Pretty nice dock, as you can see. Has the pin for the charging. But if you flip underneath, we have a compartment that actually store extra accessories. Obviously, the dongle is also in here, as you can see. So if you connect it to the dock with the USB-C, it's actually passed through and you can use the dock directly for your controller. Works pretty well, actually. And also we have this. This is the really neat party trick, because if we go with this small device here, this is a suction cup, we can actually pull off the button. Yes, this button actually held by magnet, by the way. We pull off the button. Suction cup is gonna need to be exactly at the center sometimes. Oh, yep, as you can see, it's magnetized. It attached to each other. Pretty strong. The magnet is actually pretty strong. So you can actually use this as your place, because like it's actually metal, so your extra face button actually sticks there. And now you can actually completely change it with this colored one. I'll just do it one by one so it doesn't go anywhere. So I don't know what's the actual order that you're supposed to do, but I'm just gonna go with A here, B here, with the Xbox style button placement. And by the way, if you cannot see it, if you can see it, there is a small knob that you actually have to align, so it won't rotate, and it will align perfectly if you use the letter version. And there you go. Pretty nice, but unfortunately the blue is kind of blending. This one I watched review already, and this 4 extra button color is the same across the versions, so yeah, the only one that's actually different is actually the face button by default, as you can see here. But I don't really like this color, so I just do something really let's just say interesting. I just put all of this back to its place for now. Well, not all of them, because I'm going to keep the yellow to keep the color going, and then just use the letter version for some of this to represent the layout, at least so people have some bearing where to press if they decided to try to borrow it, which I don't think I will lend it to anyone, because this is player 1 controller at this one for me. But yeah, just place them all in, and yeah, that's how my setup works in terms of button placement. And then when you're done, you just place it back in, and it's just gonna be a seamless placement, and nobody will find. Speaking of which, since this is the dock, right? I'm gonna put it here. I do happen to have an extra accessories from Ultimate 2C, technically. Well, that's Ultimate 2C, but it can fit 8BitDo Pro 2 before, which let's bring back the 8BitDo Pro 2 real quick. Fits really nicely. I usually put my phone holder in here, and there you go. For one, you can use the exact phone holder just like on Pro 2, so because it's exactly the same dimension, which I really like how they managed to do this upgrade. But if you ever have the Ultimate 2 before, or Ultimate, you can put your dock directly right here, like so, and it's lays so nicely that it covers both of your dock and your controller. And on the back you have this small door here, which you can connect your USB-C directly. So if you travel around or just moving around, this is actually going to protect your controller really nicely alongside your dock and your other accessories, except for the phone holder, because the phone holder is an external accessory in this case, which is kinda, yeah, understandable. And you just kinda have it nicely right there. When you want to take it out, you can just take the controller itself, or you can take it alongside with your dock as well. It's pretty nice. I mostly just do it like this though, because the dock I just leave it on at home, but the extra space I use it for the phone holder. As you can see, it fits neatly there. But yeah, you know what? How about we talk about the software before we actually do some testing? Because this is gonna be important, because we do have some features. While some features actually can be directly, accessed by using the start button, some of them are not. So I'm going to switch it to the X input mode, because on 2.4 GHz dongle version on the Pro 3, you actually only have 3 different modes. The switch mode for Nintendo Switch, obviously, the direct input mode, and the 2.4 GHz mode, which also divided by 2 depending on where the USB dongle is attached to. For example, if you attach it to a Nintendo Switch, it will be on Switch mode. And yes, apparently this is actually works for Switch 2, according to other reviews, but I don't have Switch 2, so whatever. But on other device, this is going to be on X input if you use the 2.4 GHz dongle. So I'm going to switch it to 2.4 GHz mode, so we can actually use the software. This is another thing that I really want to make sure that, how do I say this? You guys know, one of those things that's going to confuse some of you. That's what I'm trying to say. As to why, well, let's go to the desktop real quick. Which one is the desktop button? Is this one? I think this is this one. Sorry, Miriam. But yeah, as you can see, right here, you can see that it is the 8BitDo Ultimate Software version 2. Why? Because this only be accessible from the version 2, but if you go with the Pro 2, you have to use the older version of the Ultimate Software, which is called V1. Well, at least now it's called V1. It never has the V version before on the name. Yeah, the naming issue is striking back again. But just connect it. Now you can check what you can do with this You can switch it to switch mode or Windows mode and update. In fact, my current version is currently on 3.1.06. Also the dongle. But yeah, I don't need to update it anymore, obviously. And yes, the dongle, you have to connect it, obviously, but I don't have it connected yet. But yeah, you can change a bunch of stuff from here. Similar to the old one. Oh yeah, I have a profile already, but I'm going to make a new profile. So yeah, you have to put your actual profile name. I'm just gonna use this for example in this case. And in this case, you can put it on whatever by pressing the menu, the dot button here, and you can rename it, you can copy it, you can load to the profile slot, and yeah, basically you can actually have more than 3 profiles on your PC, and then when you need it, you can switch it between the profile slot that's available, which is only have 3 slots. But that's fine. Anyway, if you want to add it, just click on the example, or well, in this case, the example profile. But yeah, we have the button mapping. We have the share button, the menu button, T button for this case. I don't know why. I think this is turbo. Yeah, this is turbo. Yeah, it is turbo, as you can see. And you can bind it to like the home button, to nothing, and any of the button that's already available here, but that's about that. And you can switch it to the backside, so yeah, you can put something for here, for example. In this case, you have the fast bumper. Maybe I want this one is for the right stick button, this one is for the left stick button. This one maybe I'll save it for something else, like maybe the macro, which we'll touch on that. But yeah, the customization is pretty simple, but on this button rebind is actually pretty simple so far. And then we have the macro. So on the macro, I'll go with this, and then I have to create a new macro. And again, another profile name for the macro, M1 for example. So yeah, you can use uniform interval time of 30 milliseconds, single, repeated, multiple. But yeah, you can actually do this in different way. In my case, I'll go with this. And just start the button. And you have this button here. I'm going to stop. I'll clear it actually because I want to make an example. So in this case, like so, you can adjust the timing for each, like maybe 1 millisecond, 1 millisecond. Like you want to make it super fast. You actually have to manually adjust this, by the way, which is interesting. But there is uniform interval of 30 milliseconds, so you can just do that and just make sure everything is going to press properly. You know what, I'll just use the uniform interval so you don't have to manually change everything. Save that. So put that. Oh. So now I have to activate that. Simple. Which we'll see it on a fighting game later. And this one, we add another one where maybe I want to press all the buttons. Because in some games that's actually doable. So let's do it like this. And stop. This one shouldn't be here. This one is 30. So you can press all of them at the same time and then release it pretty much at the same time. But yeah, my input is not really perfect here. So yeah, and you can delete the input, as you can see. So yeah, you can adjust it pretty much nicely. And then we activate this right there. Now, if we go back to here, we can see the kind of button that we have, and you cannot add the macro profile from the outside. You actually have to go here on the macro menu, but you know, that's fine. And then we have the stick, so you can adjust the dead zone. I do have it by default here. You know what, how about we have 0 dead zone in this case? Actually pretty nice. I mean, it probably has some dead zone still, but whatever. It's a holy fact. Well, it's TMR, so you should be fine with playing around with this. I mean, well, it might be a little bit sensitive, but yeah. And then you can swap the left and right joystick. So now this is actually the left. The left joystick is actually now a right joystick, and the right joystick is now a left joystick. And for some reason, you can actually switch the D-pad to left joystick. So now it's just digital input for some reason. Never touched that for me, but yeah. And for that, we do have trigger, where right now I'm using digital button, which again immediately from 0 to 100, because digital only has 0 and 1. But if we move that out, it has a really nice curve here, really smooth. There is a tiny dead zone actually, but that's probably physical instead of digital, because it's a bit different from each other. This probably requires calibration, to be honest, but I don't know how to do that. And again, they do have option for you to switch it up for some reason. I have a feeling this is actually gonna be useful for some control scheme, but for the most part, I don't think anyone do that. But the option is there. And you do have the customization for the vibration, which you can test by holding the button. So the left side has the stronger vibration. The right one is actually a soft one, so that's really interesting mix. What I do, I go with 3 and 5, or maybe 2 and 4, so it's a bit on the softer end. It's too soft actually. 3 is actually the best sweet spot, so I still can feel the heavy vibration. But yeah, after you're done, because yeah, again, the customization is quite a bit, but not as much as some of the other controller. Now we could go back. This is already safe, I think. Yeah, it is. So now you can go back, load it to profile 3, for example. And there you have it. Customization done. Simple. So now we can just go out, and again, the customization for the Switch profile is different. So technically you can have 6 different profile in a single controller, but of course it's gonna be on a different setup. But you notice something, right? There is no direct input. Wonder about that. I think we'll about to find out. For now, let's just close this, and you have the option for exiting the software or the minimize. So let's just exit the software. I made it. So now let's go into a game. So we're finally going to have to test it. So what do I test first? That's a good question. The easier one would be is the more generic task. But I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I need to connect this right here, so we can have the 2.5 GHz dongle connected directly. And yes, let's go to the gamepad tester maybe first to see how it actually being read on the computer. Okay. Okay, it's a bit heavy for a moment. Okay, just the website still loading. So back to the desktop viewer here. We have this pretty nice, pretty smooth actually. Because, well, to be fair, it's actually connected to a really nice cable. But we could test the circularity. Obviously, it's gonna be working fine. Yeah, 7.6. Yeah, it's pretty alright. 7.6, 7.7. Let's try it again. And remember, I have this on default setting. Yeah, about 7.6 by default. Pretty nice. And I switch it to the basically 0 dead zone. It is not exactly centered, but it's such a small movement. Some people would love their 0 dead zone, but yeah, every time you move your controller, it will affect it. And if you do circularity, it's about the same. But again, because it has a 0 dead zone and the website sometimes kinda laggy for whatever reason, it's still going to fluctuate the numbers here and there, but it's not that bad. I'm going to keep it on the profile for now. So yeah, also I forgot to mention this thing do has gyro, but we'll check that out once we get into Steam. On some shooter games, because I never done that. So let's switch to the table again. Oh, why is it so slow? It's the website of that is kind of heavy, I guess. So let's start with the racing game. Well, since we are in the hype of Shutoko battle, how about we play Tokyo Extreme Racer to test out the controller for racing, right? But yeah, trigger felt so good though. So let's test it out with this game, and then we test it with some action game and maybe even shooter games later on. Obviously, I will test it on fighting games and some platformer, because I really searched for this controller. Aside from the fact that the form factor is the same as the Pro 2, the D-pad is the biggest thing that I really like. Okay, Okay, shut that down for a bit. Let's just jump into a place. But yeah. Oh, I'm still driving this car. Hang on. I mean, I might actually do progress a little bit by testing. So let's go with this. But yeah, by the way, movement wise, if I go very little, it's so accurate. Unfortunately, it doesn't support diagonal as much. Let's go this way. And yeah, I'll show you the throttle here a little bit. So pay attention to the 3 bar on the bottom left. I don't know if I could show it. Okay. But as you can see on the bottom left, that's how it will behave on the analog mode. And if you switch it to digital mode, it just immediately goes that. But interestingly enough, there is some changes in terms of the way it goes. But I guess it's because of the game to deal with people that doesn't use the analog mode, like people that use keyboard to play this game, right? Oh shit! Oh, what did I do? Oh, that's the button. But yeah, I can drive slowly, for example, with small throttle. Wait, this thing have turbo? I can move it just 2 km an hour if I want. Vibration actually pretty nice on those, but I could go half throttle, for example, to keep it around the speed limit. Speed limit's around 60. And obviously I can gradually go faster. Like so. But yeah, it's pretty nice, as you can tell. D-pad, yeah, you can do it like that. I forgot how to flash people. Okay, there is the flash button. Because this game, if you switch controller, they will just switch your control scheme to default. So be careful with this game sometimes. Let's chase that guy. That's a wanderer. I don't want to fight a wanderer right now. Okay, let's test out on the racing here against the guy right there. Also, I don't want to overheat my car engine. So I have to deal with the default control. But then again, if you have a button rebind, you can just switch it by changing your profile. You can also use the start button to rebind some of the button easily without having to change the game settings if you prefer to do that. Oh, it doesn't play D. But yeah, overall, yeah, a bit dirty there, but it's okay. I don't usually do that, to be honest, but sometimes this game just kind of forced my hand. Honestly, blipping the throttle always works so well in this game. I don't know why. You don't want to blip the throttle like that, but in real life, but yeah. But yeah, as you can see, it's... Oh! Wait! I made it to the boss! Greatest Papa! I make a mess, unfortunately. Okay, I'm not prepared for the fight here. Yeah, kinda unfair. I wasn't prepared for that. Okay, let's try this again. I'm almost out of boost though. The Papa guy actually starts with nitrous. Let's try it again. But yeah, it's really nice though. Oh shit. Yeah, my tuning is not that great. Well, bye. But yeah, control-wise, actually pretty fine. Oh shit. That's also not... Oh shit, no. I can't retire? What? Why can't I retire? I already put on my hazard light. Because this is supposed to be retire you from the race. Huh. Well, whatever. But yeah. Racing, pretty good actually. Could be better? That's a good question, but I think trigger-wise, I kinda wish it's a little heavier for racing games. But now that's done, turn on to the digital mode, so now it's a button. There's a button now. And it clicks, by the way, so it actually has a macro switch underneath there. So yeah, let's just get it off here. Let's see. What game do we test it next? How about we go into a fighting game already? Not Samurai Showdown. Maybe... you know what? The usual, I guess. Grand Blue. Because this is my go-to testing ground for controller. Aside from Idle Showdown, but sometimes Idle Showdown doesn't detect some controller for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. So it's kind of annoys me. But yeah, pretty nice. Really like it can be used for racing, but hand position wise, yeah, could be better I guess for trigger. Oh, by the way, every time you use the shortcut button, the one that has macro, this button actually flash to tell you that yeah, you're turning some extra off. Oh, do not remove from the quick menu, please. So obviously I'm going to go with Grant to just test things out. I don't know his combo, but the basic input is going to work. So let's switch to the game view, the game camera. So yeah. First of all, on the left you can see the way it shows the input. And as you can see, diagonally speaking, works pretty well. Like, it's actually under my control really nicely. Like, it's so easy to do motion input. Feel like it. Well, it doesn't have any for backward one. Is the D-pad still rough to do quarter circle? No, it's really easy actually on this one compared to the Pro 2. Need to get used to though, because I haven't done fighting him with D-pad as much, unlike pre-2020, where I still use the Xbox. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. But as you can see, I can press all the buttons at the same time with the macro that I set up earlier. It's too fast, it just goes with that. Because it was supposed to do this. It's supposed to do that, but it goes too fast, it just go that. By the way, if you're going into a tournament, turbo and macro is banned, so you don't use this, okay? Does that play it? Oh, it does play it. Ah, yeah. The Ultra Battery works just fine. Nice, the Pro 2 feels like I generate calluses from it. Yeah, the D-pad has some resistance on the Pro 2, unfortunately. Because they have spacing now on the side of the D-pad holes, so it's kinda nicely placed. Oh. But yeah. And yeah, you can move really nicely. Doing a high jump is kinda hard though. But the Ziva Death Zone is actually really sensitive, by the way, so yeah. But yeah, doing motion input is not that hard. I don't know how to combo with him on the wall. Half circle. Yeah, there. Oh, shit. Double quarter circle is pretty easy as well. yeah, quarter circle is not that hard. As you can see. Double tap, pretty nice. But yeah, defense pretty nice. We love it. And the macro works, but again, this game doesn't have the all button burst, unlike Blaze Blue. I completely forgot about it. But yeah, the macro, you have to set it if you want to use it, but why would you use the macro on fighting games? I have no idea. I mean, if you just want to automate something, you can just do something else. And yes, you can change it to toggle to activate it permanently, or just activate it just one certain loop or certain loops here and there, right? There you go. Basic stuff. I mean, yeah, you have your block, that's pretty useful. Yeah, having the button is really nice. Macro as in like right trigger do A plus B, right? Yes, or you do button sequence. Because if you see, if I use this back button right here, I set it to go all the way around. As you can see, you can do that. On this side, it's just all button at the same time. So you can do that. But yeah, sometimes I do have accidental input on the back button because I usually go like this in terms of grip. But recently I tame it down to just to like this, so now I can do instant dash button. Unless I misinput like that. But yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. How about we go into a platformer of some sort? So let's go that. Which again, it will also have simulation input because I'm talking about Bloodstain. It's not really platformer, it's more like Metroidvania, but you get the idea. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Alt F4. Okay, where is it? Okay, Bloodstain. But the Bloodstain also has motion input, by the way. So D-pad is actually kind of important. But unfortunately, you cannot use arcade stick on that game because it requires the right stick to be used to aim your magic. Oh well. That works instantly, very nicely. Okay. I have the shortcut button if I want to switch to something else. The step. Alt 3 F3 doesn't do anything. That's magic. I do have that, I see. But yeah. Oh. Let's use this one, because this one have this. But yeah, pretty nice. Ow. Ow. Oh, I never got that. Okay then. Oh, that's versus darkness. Alright, good. Ow. But, yeah. But the movement very responsive, the D-pad really nice, yeah. Planning to test it on FPS game later? Yes! I want to try it, because it has a direct input, which is really unique, apparently. Oh, what is this? Okay, not too bad. Spike breastplate. Ah, here we go again. But yeah, movement very responsive, I really like it. Oh, that still hits. Dragon put the gyro sense of improve as well. I don't know, because I never really used gyro movement before. But the movement is really impressive. Like I could do sharp hop so nicely. And this is on wireless, by the way. Oh, that's a bad position. But yeah, movement felt really responsive. I feel like it. Like, I know the wireless has so moved so far now, but come on, man. Oh, that hits. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Like, I could do macro movement so nicely as well. Pretty consistent, but you know, it's me. So, god damn it. Ah, she fell. Oh, that didn't kill her, really? Well, fine. And you can do the short hop trick. Like so. And it works so well. Okay, now let's just go back to the safe room. Don't want to venture too much right now on this. Oh wow, okay. I thought that would have enough room, but no. It's actually really responsive for games like this. Okay, it's probably gonna be really good as well for Hollow Knight, isn't it? The D-pad is very good now. Okay, let's jump into a shooter game. But I don't know what shooter game that I should try it on. But we need to do the setup first. So let's just exit this game for now. So first thing first, I need to turn it off, so it doesn't cause some conflict. Then switch it to the direct input mode. If I turn it on, it doesn't connect to anything. I need to repair it actually. Or maybe I connected to the PC already. Oh, not that. Let me check real quick. No, okay. So let's pair it up. Alright, I connected to my 8BitDo Pro 3. So if we go to controller setting, any shooter would do fine. Try Counter-Strike with Steam input. Let's not do that. So this is the interesting part. If we go to the direct input side, connecting with the direct input actually has a custom display here, as you can see, because now you have the 8BitDo Pro 3 controller directly on Steam, including the back button as well, trigger button, again, very nicely. And yes, if you press the button, it shows the button directly, except maybe the turbo button, it doesn't do anything. It's really good. So, menu. But yeah, A and B is flipped because this is Nintendo button layout, so I'm going to switch that off to Xbox layout. There is some calibration that you can do, guide button, etc. What else? Now the thing is, I don't know how to access the gyro. Oh, we do have this gyro calibration right here. So obviously we have the joystick calibration, like so. So I have to press X. Oh, I forgot. As on that zone by default, which you can, make it smaller, like so, for example. You can do it the same thing to the other side. Nice, right? And again, you can make it super small, so a slight movement actually going to immediately trigger it. Not really slight this, but you get the idea. Something like that. We do have gyro calibration, as you can see. Moves really nicely. By default, this is how it looks. Not very level, but yeah, it's like there. Auto calibrate gyro drift when stationary. That would be really nice actually. Controls to be perfectly still. Okay. calibrating now. So yeah, it also calibrate the drift. Now it's actually right there. Okay. But now... Do you remember on? Come on. So now what do we do? I guess let's go into Street Nova. Let me switch that real quick. Because Street Nova do has control not supported. Hang on. Steam input. I turn on the Steam input. Give me a second. View controller settings. Some layout here and there. Ah, there's extended button already. Gyro behavior. Gyro to joystick camera. Gyro to mouse. So yeah, let's go with that. Okay. But it's really nice to have that. Any shooter will do fine. Okay. But gyro testing is a bit difficult for me because like I never play games that involve gyro control before, so yeah, it's gonna be something that I need to try to understand. Also, I don't know if it's a good idea to actually do something about it. Maybe I need to assign a button so the gyro is not always active, but I don't know. I never done this before, so please be gentle. Okay, it doesn't want to click if I use gyro. The gyro immediately get detected. Control doesn't want to move. Interesting. So. I was gonna say, yeah, you might need to assign a button to a temporary disable gyro. Let's just go into the training room and try to figure it out from there. I'm going to switch to the camera now. Whatever. Which one? Hang on, give me a second. There it is. I think it works better if I go with the PC view so you guys can see the setting later on. Okay, now. Oh yeah, okay. Gyro always active. Hang on. Can I actually... turn this one. Hold to enable gyro. Okay, there it is. Maybe left paddle? Something like that. Yeah, this is gonna be something that I need to learn. Okay, movement doesn't wanna work immediately. But the gyro works, so that is that. Like, only one button works. The hell? I mean, then again, controller is on beta, so yeah. Okay. Maybe gravity here. Controller settings. Xbox preset. Custom. Yeah, the rest of the button doesn't want to work properly. Interesting. Huh. Direct input is not supported for this game, I guess. Well, that kinda sucks. Because it is Xbox preset, but then it just doesn't want to work. Like, let's go to custom.
Interceptor 配置完了よ。
Like, I could move. Oh, okay. Huh. That's really nice. Okay, we do have the gyro at least movement, so I could show the gyro a little bit by like this. That works. Wow. Okay. I mean, I do manage to make it work a little bit, but Grab is mostly best for small adjustment to ensure stable aim. Yeah, I mean, that should be the case. Okay. Edit layout. It's still... Oh, so direct input still use this. Oh, okay. But the thing is, some of the parts still work as controller though. Can we just go with the basic? Yeah, the pad track is still working already. Joystick. Like, this default layout that they give is actually not working properly. So I actually have to do everything manually here. There's touch button as well. Interesting. Right joystick behavior. Joystick. Or whatever really. Triggers. D-pad is that button. L1, oh, no. F bumper, R1, right bumper, standard button. Okay, that's where everything starts. Can be a little interesting. Okay. Minus select start. What is the use select start? Okay. Okay, let's try this. See if it works. Now it works. There you go. Oh, okay. It only cycled to 2 different weapons, by the way. Oh, this game doesn't have aim assist. That's really interesting.
ほら消失マジック
I need to switch that actually. Hang on. Oh, start menu is actually doing that. Ah, okay, now it works so nicely here. Look at that. Okay. Something need to change though. Is there something for flick stick? Probably there is, but I don't know. I am not good with it. Okay, ADS, the shoulder fire, this one. Okay, I need to assign a button for that one. So, okay. So they do support controller, but at the same time they don't. It's kind of confusing. Okay. Left 4. I usually use that. Oh no, not that. This one is that. Back button. I mean, I keep the left side to stay as a gyro trigger for now. So shoulder 5 is gonna be that. Sidestep. Left trigger. This one. Can I clear it? Okay, right click. Wall stick is B. Jump A, reload. Weapon switch only has one. Okay, can I? Okay, I could put select, so maybe. Is there a button for gyro? So there is touchpad, there is sprint, there is reload. There is close. Oh, I could... Maybe I could assign it to the touchpad? Hang on. Can I actually assign a touchpad for the back button? The left one. Force game shutdowns, so you can actually have... Bro, you can actually Alt F4 with this. Okay, I cannot really put it to the touchpad. Ah, that's unfortunate. I mean, I still have it on, so that is that. Just the gyro requires me. Maybe angle calibration, no, not that. Yo, roll. Okay, roll. Ah, that's much better. I'm not used to this. Because there is no assist from the looks of it. Touchpad probably the DualShock and DualSense controller only, yeah. But yeah, the driver works. It just I don't know how to adjust it yet. Also, maybe vertical would work better if I invert it actually. Like, I can only set it directly from here instead of on the in-game. It's so weird. But maybe because this doesn't really, you know. Actually do it. So yeah. I mean, you can always change it, so that is that. Okay, can I invert the direction? No? But yeah, I currently only emulate the right stick, so yeah, that is that. Acceleration off, momentum. This is its own rabbit hole. Is that? I guess. Okay, the aim. Oh, that's actually by menu, so I couldn't really bind that to anything else. Okay, can I? Reload and interact is actually on hold. Okay. I kinda wish I could just use toggle for aim. But they actually force you to hold. We're on the global setting. Okay, ADS, but okay, there you go. Camera dead zone. Still experimental. They still working on this, I'm pretty sure. Okay, for y-axis. I mean, the mouse not affected, but oh, this affect the entire thing. Kinda wish the gyro is the only one, but well. I mean, then again, it's a global setting, so whatever. Toggle both of them. So I can just... Yeah, I'm still going to play with mouse and keyboard though. But this has been an interesting experiment. So how about we go out from here? Let's see, what else can I try? Since we have a direct input, how about we try stick it to the stick man? and other stuff. That we could try. I mean, the control is gonna be on default, but this is really interesting because this control is specifically can be used as an actual gyro. But yeah, gyro is a whole new learning curve. Yeah, and honestly, Stream Alpha probably not the best place to learn how to use gyro, I guess. But it's kind of nice though. It's kind of nice. Loading is a bit long here. Hang on, do I even enable the Steam input on this one? Probably not, isn't it? Okay, come on. Oh, it takes a while here. Oh, it has to play right away. So you can play with 2 people. Okay. Wrong button. What the? Oh my god. That guy's dead. Damn. I'll get the money. But yeah, let's try. All right. Wow. Point. But yeah. Why is there someone with a katana? We have this. Oh, this is an ammo move now, really? Ow! That hurts. Okay, what do I want here? I mean, with this game, it's pretty simple. Ow! That doesn't do anything. Oh, you got money. Thank you. I'm not going to win this. Oh, he got stuck there. Okay, I won that somehow. But yeah, we're doing fine. We're not for long though. I'm still alive somehow. Don't find to me, buddy. Ow. Iframe is so good. More health, more ammo, more health. Well, that's kind of underwhelming. How do I do this? Okay. Get the taster. Oh, that's a close one. Well, that works. Playing the office game again. Yeah, I mean, kinda, I'm just testing the controller. I already testing it on quite a bit game. You're gonna die? No. No, you're not. What the hell are you, Sky? What the hell? What is this sound? What is this sound? I need some ammo. Okay, I got some ammo. You're not dead. Oh, okay. Clicking sounds neat. How about the left right sticks? How do they feel? They feel so good. Unfortunately, this game doesn't really show that. Oh my god, I hit that ammo. Ow! What a hit. Okay, somehow I'm surviving all of that. For now. That works. But yeah, the ammo is the energy drink. Bit too true, I know, right? Let's get shredded. He's gone. Oh. This game is brutal, man. Yeah, you can do this as well. Well, I fell down. I won't survive this, by the way. Help, help, help. Ow. Hey, this game is kind of wild. Try to do the sits up. Oh, I missed that. Oh well. Whoa! Downsizing. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Look at this. Bye. You're fired. You can make a lot of weird poses while doing this. It's so dumb. Okay, I guess horse choke. Wow, okay, come on. Well, that's done. Oh, this is really powerful right now. Oh shit! Okay, are we on the boss fight from right now? We do. But it's still going. Ah, boss fight.
Another low IQ employee who doesn't have a helicopter.
Who doesn't have a helicopter? Oh my god, I'm still alive. How did I want that? But yeah, it's really responsive, I really like it. One thing that we need to try then. How about we try Star Wars? Because that's what I've been playing a lot, right? I already unlocked H5 before. What do you mean I haven't unlocked that? Huh? Okay, let's do this. But anyway, let's move on to the next task, which is another game. So yeah.
You can't quit. You're fired.
Let me turn off the controller first so we can switch mode to X input, because I have a specific profile for Star Wars already. So I don't have to change anything. Where is it? There it is. Because my main content recently is Star Wars, so it's gonna be much nicer to show you what the controller is capable of. So first thing first, I switch the profile. I already set it before, so I don't have to switch the profile all the time when I try to just play, you know? Where is it? It's kinda loud right now. But yeah, this is what you probably want to see being used on my channel. Well, not that I do it much, but you know, it's nice to have. To some people that really likes maybe 3D fighting games like this. So yeah, let's see. Let's go into the character here. Just to show you what I could do with it and stuff. Because especially we're trying it on Cammy because she is requires some action timing. Oh, that felt so good. That felt so fast. Okay. So yeah, movement is really nice to move like that. I think I pressed it totally. Yeah, it's really responsive. So I need to get used to it. Yeah, I use D-pad by the way when I play games like this instead of analog. Just much faster to move around. But yeah, it's felt really good. I feel like how responsive this controller is actually. Because I usually use this controller on mobile. And because of how mobile works sometimes, I miss some of my input. Unfortunately, but that's just how mobile games on a phone that's not really optimized for a game really. The timing is kinda hard though. Yeah, I end up pressing a lot of buttons too early here right now. But for the most part, I could get used to this. Okay, let's try it on a battle. Let's try it on a battle, yeah? Just one, just one. Because I really like this. By the way, you missed the gyro as well. I did talk about the gyro a little bit, so yeah. Yeah, left right stick button. You could put it like this and it felt really good. But I just put it on somewhere else because, like, you know, I don't want to miss input direction by accident. How do I use? Yeah, why not? Let's just breaker here. I feel like the mobile control sometimes malfunction. It's mostly because there is micro starter on mobile. So sometimes the button just sticks because of the micro starter. Other times it's doing fine. So it's kind of RNG in a way. But yeah, it's really annoying. バイ。Ah. Minimum damage, that's fine. I got stunned, unfortunate. Bye. That doesn't kill. Get your buddy, come on. That's a kill, good. I managed to land a hit, but it's not enough. Missed. Ah, this is not good. Okay. I need to get used to it. It's so much more responsive on PC. Like, I have to press a lot of buttons much more in advance on my mobile phone when I try this. But on PC, oh my god, it's so responsive. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, let me try this again. Kinda have to get used to it, but you know, this is what I have to do on the mobile, by the way. So, yeah. Though the burst button is backward, so that's something that I need to be careful, because the burst button on the mobile setting, I have it on the left side. So yeah, it's kinda got switched up here. Ah, sickness. Wrong way. Why is... Need to calm down a little bit. What? Come on. Wrong button. That is the wrong button. I didn't want to burst there. Oh, come on. I keep missing the input there because I'm so used to... What? What do you mean attract? Shit. I'm dead. Nope, I'm still alive. That sounds great luck. Okay, yeah, there is tendency where I missing my input because I let go too early. But honestly, that just means this is actually really responsive for games like this. I really like it. I don't like my numbers though. Okay, one more time. Hang on. Also maybe because of how I position myself here, because like I have to put myself on the camera here like this. Okay, let me try not putting it on the camera to make this a little easier for myself, yeah? Yeah, I know you cannot see anything here, but you know what? You can see the dog. For now. Because games like this, sometimes comfortable position is gonna help a lot. Which is also kinda hard because on phones I have to put it a little closer to my face. But yeah, been really good so far. Oh, that hits. Ow. Got him. Oh, come on. That is not dodge. That is not a kill. Don't push me there. Wrong button. Ay ay ay. super armor, god damn it. I use my burst, but no, the super armor is still active. Unfortunate. If I go a little slower, I would have won that.
言うことを自覚しろ。
Okay. I think that's enough for this task. Okay, let's go back to the main screen. Not the main screen, the table screen. So. How's the controller? Oh my god, it's so good. Well, yes, it's basically the same controller with the Pro 2 on the surface. It's such a huge improvement. The analog is TMR, so it's gonna be more would last a lot longer compared to the potentiometer that I have on the Pro 2. Though if you, this is because it's the first generation of the Pro 2, because there is a refreshed version which changed it to Hall effect. The extra button is really nice, and the trigger switch to digital button is really good. Still compatible with a lot of the accessories that it used to have. It used to be on for the Pro 2, so like the phone clip, I haven't really showed this earlier. The phone clip also just snaps just the same as before, so it's really nice, as you can see. What else? It has a gyro, so if you play FPS games, you could use the gyro from here to help you out. What else? D-pad is such a huge improvement from this to this, because this D-pad is not that great, but it's fine if it's just one directional. But if it requires diagonal, this one is not that great, but this one also has a really great diagonal. So yeah. Also, another thing that you could do, obviously you could switch to accessories with the buttons can be switched like so. You can just pry it off, to be honest, but you should use the suction cup. It's easier that way. And yes, you can switch the thumb grip with these if you want. So you have a better control on FPS, for example. But I'll keep it like this because I'm using it for stuff. And yeah, it also comes with the dock. Underneath there, it has a pass-through for your dongle and your additional accessories like the button swap and stuff. Pretty nice. And yeah, really responsive as well. I love it. I love it so much. Like, if the competitor on the Gamester side, I would recommend the Cyclone 2. On the 8BitDo side, I highly recommend the Pro 3. It's such a good controller. And possibly for this year, this is controller of the year. Hands down. Seriously. Like, if you like PS style layout, because you know, this, even though this is actually based on the SN30 with analog stick, PS style layout players rejoice. This is your next controller. Seriously. But if you prefer Xbox layout, well, there is always the Gamester G7 or the Cyclone 2. Because honestly, Ultimate Series is more for people for the people who love Switch Pro controller. I don't really like the shape, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, that's my conclusion. Also, yeah, don't forget there's a USB-C cable as well, which I'll just keep it in the box for now. So yeah, highly recommended especially if you already have Pro 2 and you want to upgrade and you want something really familiar but has more bell and whistle. Pro 3 is your next upgrade. Hands down. Best control of the year. So yeah, that's it. I guess that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. If you like it, feel free to press that like button. If you want to see more of my content, then hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on that bell notification so you get notified for every single that I do on my channel. And yeah, that's conclude the device trial for 8BitDo Pro 3. Again, can't say enough that I really love it. And I highly recommend it if you really like the PS style layout. And for 2D games, this D-pad is the best. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching and remember to keep on living, buddy. Keep on living. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, everyone. Oh yeah, this is one of the best controllers that I've used. I mean, it's already good with Pro 2, but damn.